you will undoubtedly see an a very high presence of military vehicles in the form of Humvees, possibly tanks, depending on what area you're in, helicopters, very possible that you see fighter jets, very possible that you see large cargo planes that you would not normally see in your area. This activity is going to take place across the United States, Canada, parts of Mexico, across most of Europe. Europe, of course, will not be United States military, but will be, I don't know what to refer to that as, but it won't be UN, won't be NATO, won't be any of that stuff. The increased military presence that you see is for exactly what you think it's for. It's not for us. It's not for citizens. It's not for anything that would be some sort of nefarious situation that we might find ourselves in. And it's certainly not black hat controlled. The military that you're going to see is under the command and jurisdiction of the World Alliance that is currently and has been fighting the cabal for a very long time now. A couple years, several years. If you are in the United States, in the mainland United States, the military that you're going to see is under the command of this gentleman right here. There are two other commanders across flat Earth that are in command of the military that is going to take place and stationed in various parts across our flat realm. I can't speak too much for the other areas of the world other than Canada, the United States, and parts of Mexico. I don't know what's going to happen down in South America. I don't know what's going to happen, in areas like that. I do know Europe is going to be blanketed, similar to how the United States are. And I also know that there's going to be an enormous amount of military presence in Russia, as well as the surrounding countries. This presence is not going to be for battle. This presence is simply going to be for stationary purposes. There will be many leading into the latter part of June. Let me go back. In the early part of June, you're just going to see the presence tick up. You're going to look up in the sky and you're going to see some aircraft that you're not used to seeing that you're wondering what the hell is that doing there. You're going to see some military envoys going down your side street. Why are they on your side street? Well, who's on your side street? Do you actually know all the people that live on your side street? You probably don't. You're going to see, while you're going down your main road, stationed at a light, a big old military truck just sitting right there with a couple of troops hanging outside of it with some, ARs. They are not meant for you. Please don't get scared. They are there conducting a mission, and most of them don't know why they're there. Commanders know why they're there. People that put them there know why they're there, but they are there. They are told to be stationed, and they are told to be ready for further instructions. If you know someone in the military and your family or a friend or something, ask them about this. Ask them if they have orders to be stationed somewhere within the United States, Canada, or parts of Mexico in the next coming weeks. That will verify, for you anyway, the intel that I'm giving you tonight. That's not the end of it. I have more intel that coincides with this intel, so stay tuned. Towards the latter part of June, and that's the beginning of June, what I just said. Towards the latter part of June, what you're going to see is the military presence in those same areas that I just said lessen in terms of quantity, but the quality of the military presence is going to be accelerated. It's going to be like you're seeing military that you've never seen before. You know they're military because it looks like military, but it's an advanced form of military that you would recognize as military, but you wouldn't be used to seeing them. I'm trying to say this without giving it away. You wouldn't be used to seeing them like that. That's a very basic way to say it, but it's the best way I could do it without giving away too many details. So the presence will be downgraded, but the seriousness will be upgraded. Again, that's towards the end of June, middle to end of June. You have no need to be worried about that. It is not only unlikely, but more likely impossible that any of these military stations throughout these areas are going to cause any sort of firefight or any sort of disruption to your activity, your daily activity, your regular route. Very unlikely, if not mostly impossible. They are there for a specific reason, and the reason is not battle. Another thing I can tell you about this presence is keep your eyes on the major airports in the United States. Just thinking of some off the top of my head, LAX, Miami International, Newark, New Jersey. Boy, I hate that one. Oh, worst airport in America. Charlotte, Atlanta. Those are the biggest ones I could think of. Oh, O'Hare, Chicago. At those airports, what you're going to see is a military presence that, for those of you that are at airports more often than the regular person would be, you're going to see a military presence at those airports as well.